Yo, what's up guys, this is MtgGalaxy here bringing you a brand new video, and today we have week 1 day 4 of the Guilds of Ravnica spoilers. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Mission briefing is 2 blue for an instant. Surveil 2, then choose an instant or sorcery card in your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. If that card will be put in the graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So this is kind of like a Snapcaster Mage. You can pay 2 blue mana, and you can Surveil 2, which can dump things in your graveyard, then you can essentially flash them back. I think this is a pretty good card. I don't know if it'll make any waves over Snapcaster Mage, but it could be a pretty solid budget replacement. Nightveil Predator is 2 blue and 2 black for a 3/3 vampire with flying, death touch, and hexproof. This card is absolutely insane and limited. This might be one of the best cards that has been ever printed as far as just abilities go. 4 mana for a 3/3 with flying, death touch, and hexproof, all relevant abilities. That is actually insane, and this might be one of the best limited cards ever printed at Uncommon. This is actually so good. Erratic Cyclops is 3 colorless and a red for a 0/8 Cyclops Shaman with Trample. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is that spell's CMC. I like this card. I mean, you do need a lot of high CMC instant sorceries for it to do good. I mean, not necessarily. You could just cast, like, I don't know, 5 lightning bolts, or you know what I mean. I like this card, and it can have the potential to get really huge if you cast, like, I don't know, Time Stretch or something in Commander. That could be insane. Price of Fame is 3 colorless and a black for an instant that costs 2 less to cast if it targets a legendary creature. Destroy target creature, Surveil 2. Wow, the anti-Dominarian hate is really coming up hard at this point. I really like this. The flexibility of it only being 1 and a black to target a legendary creature, or just pay 2 more to destroy an actual creature, that's really good. As well as Surveil 2, that actually adds a lot of value to this pretty good removal spell. And plus, just something, we have Price of Fame, as well as we have the 2 mana destroy a legendary creature that came with Dominaria. Or destroy a non-legendary creature that came with Dominaria. I like this. League Guild Mage is 1 blue and 1 red for a 2/2 human wizard, and you can tap 3 and a blue and tap it to draw a card. You can tap X and a red and tap it to copy target instant or sorcery spell you control with CMC cost X. You may choose new targets for this copy. This is probably the best Guild Mage coming out of Guilds of Ravnica. It gives you relevant in the late game by drawing cards, and it lets you copy instant or sorceries by only paying their CMC +1 again. I really like this card, and it's going to do very good things in Commander. Blood Operative is 1 colorless and 2 black for a 3/1 vampire assassin with lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile target card from a graveyard. Whenever you surveil, if it's in your graveyard, you may pay 3 life. If you do, return it to your hand. I really like this. I mean, as far as the enter the battlefield trigger exiling a card from the graveyard, I don't think it's going to be that useful, but however, I do really like it. Also, the fact that you can bring it back to your hand whenever you surveil is just pure value. Venerated Loxodon is 4 colorless and a white for a 4/4 Elephant Cleric with Convoke. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that convoked it. This is really good if you have a lot of creatures. I really like the design of this, as in if your creatures help this, they can essentially tap it and get a +1/+1 counter. That is really good. Knight of Autumn is 1 colorless, 1 green, and 1 white for a 2/1 Dryad Knight. When it enters the battlefield, choose 1. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on it, destroy target artifact or enchantment, and you gain 4 life. Guys, you are looking at the new Standard All-Star. It essentially comes in as either a 4/3, a 2/1 that destroys an artifact or enchantment, aka as Kanta, or gaining 4 life if you're up against aggro or burn. This is really good, and it will definitely see standard play. Aurelia, Exemplar of Justice, oh baby, is 2 colorless, 1 red, and 1 white for a 2/5 angel with flying and mentor. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose up to 1 target creature you control. Until end of turn, that creature gets +2/+0 and gains Trample if it's red and gains Vigilance if it's white. Wow, this is really good. So essentially, it's kind of like the Tajik from the other, from Dragon's Maze, and it has a similar effect, giving +2/+0 no matter what, Trample if it's red, Vigilance if it's white. You can get a +2/+0 Trample and Vigilance if it is both colors. I really like this card. It's probably going to see some standard play. It's not a fabulous commander, but I think some people will attempt to build around it. Doom Whisperer is 3 colorless and 2 black for a 6/6 Nightmare Dragon with flying and trample. You can also pay 2 life to surveil 2. This is the best mythic bomb in the set, other than maybe that green beast that we talked about earlier this week. I really like this. 5 mana for a 6/6 flying trample is just insane rate, and you can also pay 2 life to surveil 2. It doesn't even cost mana or tap it. This card is going to be really good in standard, and it might even see some modern play. I mean, probably not, but, you know, a man can dream, right? Alright guys, we have a final card of the day. Tolarian Community College's spoilers, Lazav the Multifarious. 1 blue and 1 black for a 1/3 shapeshifter. When it enters the battlefield, surveil 1. You can pay X for it to become a copy of target creature card in your graveyard with CMC X, except its name is Lazav the Multifarious. It's legendary in addition to its other types and has this ability. This card is going to be a really fun commander to build around. It's not going to do much in standard, but if it does do anything in standard, it'll be pretty minor, and I don't think it really has a place. I really like this card for a commander, and I'm definitely going to try to be building around it. I'll show you guys this deck tech if I make it. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to smack a like on it and subscribe if you have not yet. And as always, this video is brought to you by you, the subscriber. Be sure to subscribe to the MtgGalaxy YouTube channel for all the most recent Guilds of Ravnica spoilers, updates, news, and I'm going to give you some pre-release guides and some good limited cards series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys all in the next video.